It's not my job. I watch I watch the political fights. It's not my job to take sides, so I'm not going to get into policy issues. But your personal story is compelling, incredibly compelling. The president tried to make issue of that, saying you were part of the problem, that you didn't belong here, that you shouldn't win your election, that you were part of the problem. You mentioned Senator Harris last night. America will have its first female vice president, its first woman of color a vice president, somebody whose family has an incredibly diverse background. How do you see this moment? You mentioned getting rid of Trump as your number one priority, but we're also getting history in the West Wing. How do you see the moment?
It is such a hopeful moment. I mean, I watched her walk on that stage to give her speech with my little daughter, who's 8 years old. And the first thing Ilwad said to me was, "This is someone who looks like me, Mama." And we can't lose sight of the fact that representation is powerful. That she has now allowed so many little girls, not just in our country but around the world, to see themselves as somebody who can ascend to one of the highest offices in our nation. And as she said, that anything can be possible if you're willing to work for it. I mean, I remember in 2018, so many people were hopeful because a lot of us brought diversity to the House. I remember I was hopeful when she won her Senate race, and I think in a time where we have all seen what Trump's darkness has done to our nation, the loss of hope and devastation, the humiliation that many of us had felt to have someone like him represent us as our president, to now have people who are hopeful, who talk about optimism, who will govern with respect and decency and compassion and empathy, really is an example of the kind of America that my dad wanted to bring me to, and the kind of America that we all want to raise our children in.